Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. Got 15 matchups on this MLB slate for today. Before we get started, go ahead and like and subscribe, support the channel, and go ahead and join the Patreon. It's only $5.50 for the month, every month, and you're going to get access to all my exclusive parlays, teasers, picks. Already have 28 members so far. Giving out winning parlays every day. It's awesome. And winning picks. Super fun. Great community so far. Love everyone that's in there. And we've been growing. It's been awesome. So go ahead and be a part of that. Link will be in the description of every video. Got to do it. It's a no-brainer. Going to get started with these 15 matchups. Starting with the Atlanta Braves versus the Nationals. This game is kind of crazy. They play a doubleheader today, which is insane, honestly. They play at noon, and then they play at like 3 o'clock. Kind of crazy. There's not even a line right now as I'm recording. But this is definitely a game I'm staying away from. The Nationals picking up that, the first win against Atlanta here. It's just kind of, doubleheader. Don't really, winning 6-5 in the first matchup. Don't know what this is our first double day header of the season. We don't have any idea how these teams are going to react here. Pitching for the Brave. There's not even that much information I can find right now because it's 2 in 1 day. So you're gonna have to find the starting pitchers probably up until game time, since 2 games are gonna be right back to back from each other. We'll see how that works. Staying away from this game, honestly. I would lean the Nationals. The Braves have just been playing very bad here. But this is just the one game I'm staying away from, playing back-to-back games in 1 day. If I were to bet, it'd be Nationals. That's it for me. I don't really have much intel for this game here. Next matchup. That's the only crazy matchup. The rest of the matchups are pretty straightforward. Next matchup, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati favorites at -200, Pitt plus 185 with the over-under at 8.5. Cincinnati stealing the first game, 5-3. Pretty nice win for Cincinnati here. 3-1, playing really good baseball here to start the season. Pitching for Pittsburgh, Chad Kuhl. Cincinnati, Luis Castillo. Gonna roll with the Reds here. They're super hot right now. Gotta ride any kind of hot you can get in MLB. Gonna take Cincinnati, and we're gonna take the over 8.5. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Twins versus the Detroit Tigers. Minnesota favorites at -160. Detroit plus 150 with the over-under at 8.5. Last 10 games for... I can't really even say that. Minnesota, winning their last match. I'm sorry. Detroit picking up the underdog win over Minnesota 4-3, losing their last match, their first matchup in this triple header 15-6. After getting pulverized the first matchup, Detroit got it together, got a nice win. Pitching for Minnesota, Kenta Maeda, and Detroit, Matthew Boyd. We're going to go with Minnesota here on the bounce back after that loss. I like them to get back to where they were game 1 and running up on this Detroit team. Going to take Minnesota, and we're going to go the over 8.5. Next matchup, we had the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston favorites at -115, Tampa -105 with the over-under at 9. Boston's winning the first game 11-2. Just blowing out Tampa. I don't think we really saw that coming. These teams playing as I'm recording. So most of these games are going to be as I'm recording. So, to get my best picks, your best bet is to join the Patreon for MLB purposes, because there's so many games every night, so many late games. It's kind of impossible for me to even film these late at night. So, just going to be rolling with who I think, who I like, and play it by ear the next day and see the lines and see who won the night before. But rolling with the Tampa Bay here, getting them at a bargain, being able to get Tampa Bay here at, they're -105. We'll see how the game goes. Hopefully you can get Tampa Bay at +1 Hopefully you can get Tampa Bay at plus 1.5 here. Love Tampa Bay. Love Tampa Bay money line. Like them at plus 1.5. And yeah, we're going to take the over at 9 as well. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Texas Rangers. Toronto favorites at minus 177. Texas plus 167 with the over-under at 8.5. Toronto pitching for Toronto is Hyun-Jin Ryu. Pitching for the Rangers is Kyle Gibson. Toronto, winning that first matchup really nice, 6-2 there. Nice series versus the Yankees here. This is just a matchup where I love the Toronto here, playing really well to start the season. Both teams can score too, so I love the over. I'm going to keep on rolling with Toronto for this series. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Chicago Cubs. Chicago favorites at minus 110, Milwaukee plus 100. Currently, I cannot find an over-under on this game, so be sure to check the over-under. Obviously, recording accordingly. So, pitching for Milwaukee is Brandon Woodruff. Pitching for the Cubs is Kyle Hendricks. Milwaukee losing the first game. Not playing well to start the season, that's for sure. Playing very poorly here. Gonna roll with the better team here in Chicago at minus 110. Just the better team, and whatever the over is, we're gonna go with the under in this matchup. Milwaukee just not playing good, not scoring well. Gonna roll with Chicago here. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Oakland Athletics. Dodgers favorites at minus 155. Oakland plus 145 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Dodgers is Trevor Bauer. Pitching for the Athletics is Jesus Luzardo. And this is simple for me. Rolling with the Dodgers. That's just a no-brainer for me until something else crazy happens and they start losing. Rolling with the Dodgers. We're going to take the over 8.5. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies favorites at minus 140. Mets plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Mets is David Peterson. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola. I was right about Philly on the first game. Mets didn't come out and play hot. Philly got a nice win as huge underdogs, so hopefully you hopped on that train. Getting the Mets at plus 1.5 is a steal here. They're going to turn things around here. And obviously in the second game on Tuesday, we'll see what happens there. Love the Mets in this matchup at plus 1.5. Love the underdog play with the Mets. They should start turning things around. The start of their season, they had the late start with the COVID. So I like the Mets in the value. I like them even better at plus 1.5. And we're going to take the over 8. Next matchup, we have the Chicago White Sox versus the Seattle Mariners. Chicago favorites at minus 148. Seattle plus 138 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the White Sox is Dallas Keuchel. Pitching for the Mariners is Justin Dunn. And you guys will get used to these videos as I'm doing them because I do them the night of. I'll only be, I can't cover them live during the day, but if you're in the Patreon, you will get access to all my updated picks. So obviously from the night before with these teams playing as I'm recording, lines and stuff are going to change throughout the day. We'll see what happens. Chicago winning the first game 6-0, sweeping Seattle. We'll see what happens on Tuesday night, and we'll adjust our picks accordingly here. I chose Seattle, and I messed up there, but Chicago played really well. I'm going to ride them playing hot here. We're going to go Chicago minus 148, and we're going to take the under 8.5. Next matchup, we have the San Francisco Giants versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as favorites at minus 150. The Giants plus 140 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Giants is Kevin Gausman. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell. The Giants picking up the first win as underdogs, 3-2 here. Still rolling with my squad with the Padres. We'll see if they bounce back game 2, but love Padres in this spot, and I like the under I like the under 8 as well. Next matchup, we have the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Miami Marlins. Both teams are minus 105, with the over-under at 7.5. Game 1, St. Louis 4-1, pretty convincing, pretty nice win for St. Louis. I just think St. Louis has too much firepower here. I like pitching for St. Louis. Sorry, I'm gonna get better at this. I'm almost gonna make it the full video with saying the pitchers. St. Louis is Jack Flaherty, and Miami it's Pablo Lopez. I'm taking St. Louis here. We're gonna go, even spread. Gonna roll with I think the better team here in St. Louis, and we're gonna take the over 7.5. Next matchup, we have the Baltimore Orioles versus the New York Yankees. Yankees favorites at minus 200. Baltimore plus 170. Pitching for Baltimore is John Means. Pitching for the Yankees is Jamison Talion. The over-under 9.5 here. Yankees dominant first game, 7-0. We'll see what happens on Tuesday night. We'll see how that game goes. Still betting on the Yankees here. I thought Baltimore would catch them the first game, but I was wrong. Going to roll with the Yankees in this one at minus 200. And we're going to take the under 9.5. Looking like an under kind of game to me. Last two matchups, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Colorado Rockies. Colorado favorites at minus 113. Arizona plus 103 with the over-under at 11.5. Pitching for Arizona is Madison Bumgarner. Pitching for the Rockies is Antonio Senzatella. And we'll see how this is their first series here. First game's on Tuesday night as I'm recording, so we'll see what happens in that matchup. And I picked Arizona in the first matchup. I still like Arizona in this matchup here. I like them. I like them plus 1.5. That's my favorite pick. I still like them money line. I really do. Neither team really impressive right now to start the season, and we're gonna take the under 11.5. One of the higher over-unders of the slate. I think it's an under. Last matchup on the board, we have the Kansas City Royals versus the Cleveland Indians. I currently can't find a line for this game here, but pitching for the Royals is Jacob Junis. Pitching for the Indians is Shane Bieber. Kansas City won the first matchup 3-0 as underdogs, which I loved Kansas City in that matchup. I thought they were poorly spotted, on the spread there. Roll them with Kansas City again. Whatever the spread is here, I think Kansas City is probably going to be favorites, I would imagine. Be sure to check those lines. But I do love Kansas City. And I also, only 3-0, low score there. I'm going to take the under. I bet the under is probably around 8.5. So I'm going to take Kansas City, and we're going to take the under. That's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. These MLB games are kind of hard to cover. They really are. With so many back-to-backs and so many late-night games. And they're not going to be the most perfect videos, but you'll get my best picks here in the Patreon with those updated results from the night before. So go ahead and hop in the Patreon, and links in the description. Good luck with your picks on Wednesday, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good one, everyone.